good morning, my beautiful imperfectionist family. It's your girl Tammy, aka That's a Woman. Hey, listen, here to start by sending some holiday cheers because we are getting close to the celebration of Christmas and Kwanzaa and Hanukkah and all the other holiday seasons that are celebrated this time of year. So mad love to everyone and your respective celebration. And, in this week's session of planting and or watering, I want to keep the Christmas and the holiday cheer going. However, I want to be mindful and acknowledge that everyone is not full of cheer this time of year. As a matter of fact, I was walking past the radio the other day and I heard this annual song that they like to play. You always hear This Christmas and Joy to the World and all those good things. But there's one song that I was like, oh, they need to take this off the radio. What song is that? What do the lonely do at Christmas? I have come to realize, especially as I have been on my journey, and I share my journey with you guys, sad songs don't bring about happiness. So if one continues to listen to that song, all it's doing is lowering your vibration. Your vibration could have been somewhat up here, but you're bringing it down, 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 down. One thing I've learned, sad songs don't make you happy, period. Sad songs do not change and help you feel better. In fact, they tend to make you feel worse. So if you are on a journey and a mission to be happy, turn the sad songs off. You have those old songs where, the wife left me, I kicked the dog, I got a flat tire and all kind of crazy stuff. But listen, those songs don't feed you the way you need to be fed. If you're going to be the infinite, limitless being that you are, you're going to need to turn the sad songs off. Y'all know I done talked about happy music throughout this whole journey of planting and or watering, and I'm going to stay there. So listen, if it's making you feel low and sad, turn it off. Now here's the thing. I don't want to discredit the fact that there are people that are lonely right now. There are people that are hurting, whether they've lost a loved one, whether they're desiring a relationship. We know the other week I talked about being happy when that mate doesn't show up, because happiness is an inside job. So here's the thing. How do you deal with when you're single and you have to go in public and you see the families, you see the snow, you see the Christmas decorations, you see all those things, and yet here you are another year alone? Or you're what they call the third wheel at events, or maybe the fifth wheel or something like that. How do you help you feel better in those situations? And I know it's not easy. One thing I tell you guys, I know the things that we have to do to get to our healing are not necessarily easy, but they are necessary. Because here's the thing. When you sit and you dwell and you look at that, you can develop a state of jealousy. And one thing we know, God doesn't want us to be jealous of anybody. And I know that we have the power to create our reality. So when you have the power to do that, what does that look like? How? Start journaling. Write it down. And yes, I told you guys the other week to get a journal. And guess who got their journal? So start writing it down. Even if this year may not be as cheerful because of a mate, you make it cheerful because you're here. Do you know how many people started 2023 and haven't made it to this date and may not even make it to December 25th, 2023? You right there have that to be thankful for. So you don't have to feel lonely and feel sad. Do things that make you happy. Even if you have to do a staycation or plan a little trip. Sometimes, you know what? Invest in you. Invest in yourself. What? Now listen. I'm not saying invest into the retail therapy, because I know retail therapy can be troublesome, okay? Because here's the thing, on the back end of retail therapy, if you did it with your credit card, you're going to have to deal with that. So I don't suggest just doing that, but definitely buy yourself something nice. Treat yourself well. Get a massage. Do a salt bath. Do whatever it takes to make you happy. You can do it. And listen, this is not to negate your desire, because I know when I talked about that the other week, I want people to understand. I don't want people to think you're never going to have a mate. You will. But right now, let it start with you. Because here's the thing, if you're sad and you're broken, guess what you're going to attract? You're going to attract another sad and broken individual. And that is not what you want. As you're on the relationship journey, you want to attract someone that's whole, that's confident, that's bold and caring and loving and emotionally available. And sometimes people are not necessarily emotionally available. In fact, that was part of the question. And listen, as a person who has attracted too many emotionally unavailable men in her life, that's a closed book. That's an avenue that one cannot travel down again. And here's the thing. If you're feeling lonely, if you're feeling depressed, if you're desiring a mate out of desperation, if you're desiring a mate because you were told by this stage in life, you should have the husband, the kids, the pet, the house with the white picket fence. If you're focusing all those things, let me tell you, those were someone else's desires that have been passed down to you. Okay? Accept that. That's what the American dream was founded upon. Now, here's the thing. Things change. And I'm not saying you can't have those things. If that's your desire, you can have it. But what I don't want you to do is to be hard on yourself because you don't have it. I don't want you to be down and feeling depressed and listening to these songs that's going to bring about more depression and more loneliness. Because here's the thing. You can be alone but not lonely. There's a difference. Marinate with that. You can be alone but not lonely. And let me tell you, alone is not bad. Remember, Jesus stealed away in the garden to be alone. Had his 3 disciples, left them behind because he needed his alone time with God. So when you're trying to get to your better and you're trying to attract that mate, it requires alone time. It literally requires you desiring and sitting and waiting and being patient and enjoying. And heck, date yourself. It's okay to taking you out to dinner. It's okay to take yourself to the movies. It's okay for you to go and have a drink at a lounge and sit at the bar. Do you know there are a lot of single people that do that, but a lot of people feel they got to have somebody with them? No, go by yourself. Sometimes taking people with you can mess your thing up. You could be trying to go for you and that person could end up into your friend. Go for yourself. Get your confidence in you. Get who you are in you. Know that you know who you are. Who you are. I've told you and gonna continue to tell you, you're powerful. You are limitless. You can manifest whatever you desire. And if you desire a mate, you will get it. But listen, give yourself space and permission to accept the present time and live in the moment. You get so focused on trying to get to the end that you miss the moment and you don't enjoy it. And then that's how we attract more garbage. Been there. Attractor of garbage. But here's the thing for me, I can now say to and I ain't gonna just call people garbage, so excuse that statement, but every situation that I attracted that the person wasn't for me, I can now look back and say thank you in the spirit. I don't have to tell it to them because it all shaped and formed who I am. It took me to the place whereas I know it had to happen for me to get to where I am right now, whereas I can okay, I know what I want and I know what I don't want. And guess what? What I want is power. I want someone that's bold and powerful and know who they are. And that's what our desire should be. A mate that's deserving of us. Someone who's worthy of me. Because I know I'm worthy. And a lot of times, as I think about loneliness, a lot of loneliness will make people tend to feel that they're not worthy. But you are. You are. And that's why I want you to get to loving you, appreciating you, appreciate this time, space, reality, appreciate the cells in your body and the blood that's flowing, your heart that's pumping, this breath that you're breathing in. When you do all that, I promise you, you set the stage. You set the stage. You get ready. When they say get ready, get ready, get ready, it's get ready. Because when you're ready, that person will show up so quickly. Before you know it, you'll be like, wait, hold on, where did you come from? I think it's Deborah Cox who had a song, How Did You Get Here? Nobody's supposed to be here. I tried that love thing for the last time. It can happen, but you gotta get rid of your desperation for it. I think I could drop the mic right there. We gotta get rid of our desperation for it. We want to desire it. We want to have it, but you don't want to be desperate. You can be passionate. Yes, be passionate, but don't be desperate. And in the meantime, I know you have friends. I know you have family who love you. And here's the thing. For those, I talked about it the other week, who have lost loved ones. And this time of year, listen. I don't know if I ever just outright said this before. I know I talk about God, angels. We have spiritual guides. Our ancestors, they're with us. Our loved ones, they are now ancestors helping to light the way. Okay? I finally said it. We have our ancestors, they're with us. They're helping us. The angels, the guides, they are all working for us. And being sad is not what they want for us. They have paved the way. Their time here, whatever time frame it was, they're no longer here, but I can promise you, they are in a much better place than we are, and they're here to look after us. So therefore, talk to them. As a matter of fact, I just recently had someone say to me that they were told their grandmother was with them. Just talk to her. And so I say that to say, and for me, that was confirmation, because that's what I told you guys the other week prior to Thanksgiving. Your loved ones are with you. They hear. So if there are words that have been unspoken, speak them. I promise you, they are listening. And I know when I make statements like that, that's a bold statement, and especially in the upbringing that I have been brought up in. But when I tell you my freedom, my power, my victory, I have to do what my spirit tells me to do. And I've opened myself up to I am aware. They are here. That's why you've had people that will smell the presence of their loved one. Like, I've known multiple people say to me, I smell smoke. I know that was such and such mom. I know that was my mom or grandmother or something like that. those scents are to remind you they're with you. So even that point of Christmas, you don't have to feel lonely. No, you can't reach out and touch them, but I promise you, they are with you. They're loving you. They're cheering you. And some of them may even be speaking through me to you. Because that's how this works. We are all one. Okay? Oneness. Can't stress that enough. We are. So with that being said, I want you to do something that makes you happy. I do want you to raise your vibration and have expectation. If the mate don't show up this year, you start journaling, you start believing, you start speaking it and believing it, speaking it in faith. Remember last week I said, don't pray in fear, pray in faith, pray believing, pray because it will happen, and pray it in the now. Do not keep, and I didn't say this, do not keep things in the I'm trying to get there. I'm trying to get there. No, you speak it in the now. Remember, Hebrews 11:1 say, now faith, now faith, now faith. So you speak those things into the now. And who's to say? Your love may show up before Christmas. That could be your Christmas gift. You never know. God is so amazing. He works in mysterious ways. And so you never know how he's going to answer the prayers. But guess what? The prayers are being answered. So you don't have to go through this journey alone. And I'm all ready, because I know I probably won't be back with you guys before Christmas. I'm already wishing you in advance. No, I will be back with you before Christmas. I'm sorry. I lost track of the date. So listen, until the next time, I say, I want you guys to be happy. I want you to be full of joy. I want you to be full of love. I want you to be full of light. I want you to not be alone. Not be lonely. Even if you are alone, I do not want you to be lonely. Let's cast that spirit down. Let's release that energy, because it does not positively serve you. I want you to operate from a state of peace. Peace, blessings, abundance, prosperity, good health, good wealth, all those good things I'm sending your way. Okay? So listen, until the next time, listen, as always, if your girl said anything to bring you joy, to give you something you can resonate with, give your girl a thumbs up and drop me a comment. If you have questions, comments, I read them all, and I definitely take them in. And if you are not a part of my family, my Imperfectionist family, please subscribe and share this with a friend or a loved one, because this is about just evolving and growing in elevation. I think I've said that before as well. So until the next time, listen, I want you guys to get happy. I want you to be joyful, and I want you to enjoy this holiday season, beloved, because guess what? You are so worthy of it. Okay? Until the next time, peace and blessings.